guys, it's Danielle and Jackie. As we all know, the WGA and SAG-AFTRA is on strike, and we here at the No More Late Fees podcast stand in unwavering support of the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes. In our efforts to support the strikes, we have decided to pivot from our normal content in the upcoming months to discuss more generic 90s and 2000s content and steer away from highlighting struck content. Join us as we navigate this journey together, advocating for fair wages, improved working conditions, and the recognition that creative endeavors deserve.
If you'd like to donate to this cause, you can go to the SAG-AFTRA website. It links to an emergency financial assistance and disaster relief fund, while the WGA has a good and welfare emergency assistant loans for its writers. The Entertainment Community Fund is also helping to assist those on strike, and we will link these donation sites in our show notes and in our bio link. Thank you for everyone who creates, acts, directs, works behind the scenes to make entertainment for all of us. We appreciate you and we support you.
Yeah, we understand that this is more than just a fight for quote unquote Hollywood. There are very real people doing very hard work, real jobs to create content, and everyone in this country and beyond deserves to be paid for their work. Hoarding of money is just never okay, and this is everyone's problem, especially when we're talking about AI. This is going to affect the workforce more than anything we've ever seen before, and so it's really important that we start putting some regulations and to protect us. So if you'd like to learn more, definitely check out the SAG-AFTRA website and join us in this cause because it's worth fighting.
And if you have any suggestions for 90s and 2000s topics that you'd like to hear us discuss, please leave a message, DM us on Instagram, TikTok. We'll probably put up some polls, but we're looking forward to pivoting and releasing some content that we don't typically talk about. Bye, besties. Be kind and rewind. Welcome to the No More Late Fees podcast. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Danielle, and we're just two best friends and ex-Blockbuster employees reliving some of the best and worst movies from the late 90s and early 2000s. And we're getting ready for 90s Con. If you haven't heard of 90s Con, it started about 2 years ago and was gracing its presence in Connecticut, and now it's coming to Florida and Tampa. So Jackie and I are getting ready to go. And the lineup is pretty sweet, y'all, and we're super excited.
It is. I think what we need to do is just go person by person or groups of people by groups of people, because Danielle and I have yet to decide who we're doing photo ops with. So you all are going to join us on our journey as we figure out who's at the top of our list. And the roster is stacked, y'all. Okay. You ready to start walking through this?
Let's do it!
Okay, so our first group is the cast of Boy Meets World.
Right.
So we have... I have a piece of paper.
Okay.
to write this down.
I have my notebook, and I already know what I know. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So we have Danielle Fishel, Ryder Strong, Will Friedle, Trina McGee, William Daniels, Bonnie Bartlett, Betsy Randall, William Russ, Matthew Lawrence, Lee Norris are all in that group.
Okay.
So, opinions.
So I actually met Lee Norris in person once on the street. So I'm check. I'm good with that one. The only two that matter to me are Sean and Angela, aka Ryder Strong and Trina McGee. That's it. I don't care about anybody else.
So
I mean, I'll wave at Mr. Feeney.
So I think it would be neat to meet Danielle Fishel just because she seems really nice.
Mm. Look, I side eye everybody in that cast but Ryder about that racist shit. Now I know Trina said everything's fine, but I side eye it. So
But I do also have Trina written down.
I'm
So
sure I'm sure they're fine, and I know
yeah,
they were all young and it was stuff, but yeah. But Ryder Strong, Trina, that's my list. So we both
okay.
have Trina on
We
our
do. I
list.
put a star next to her name.
Okay.
Okay, the next group, I mean, there's only two of them. Kimberly J. Brown, Daniel Kuntz from Halloween Town. You know I'm not with the DCOMs, so
Mm.
I'm good to pass.
I love her, but I'm okay to see her from afar kind of situation, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the next are the voices of the Disney princesses. So
Hmm.
we have Jodie Benson, Paige O'Hara, Linda Larkin, Judy
Hmm.
Kunn, Susan Egan. Yeah. I'm good. I don't need to meet any of them.
Same.
I will say, like, there are very, very few people, celebrity or otherwise, that, like, I would be like, I need to meet them.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty selective when it comes to that type of stuff. Okay. The next one is
Mm.
the cast of Sabrina the Teenage
All
Witch.
right. I'm writing down.
So we have Melissa Joan Hart, Caroline Ray, Beth
Hmm.
Broderick, Jenna Lee
Hmm.
Green,
Hmm.
Nate Richard,
Hmm.
Nick Bakay. Yeah.
Right. That's his voice of Salem.
Yeah.
Why do I know that? It's Melissa Joan Hart for me. Little Danielle needs to see her,
Okay.
regardless of where we're at in this world right now. Little Danielle needs to see Clarissa.
I'm willing to concede only because, like, she was in Drive Me Crazy. Like, I am not obsessed with her, but
Little Danielle needs this Jackie.
I know. If I had my choice, it would be Caroline Ray, but it's
She
fine.
is funny. I like her a lot.
Let's see. Okay. There is Jim Cummings, who is the voice of many Disney characters. I am good.
Oh, remember how obsessed I was with Pooh? Remember I had that sweater all the time that I would wear?
That you wore every day
Yeah.
over overalls. I do recall.
And my slippers, I had the slippers, I had picture frames. I definitely went through.
A Pooh Bear face.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. But
Okay,
no Jim Cummings.
no Jim Cummings. Here's
Why does it look like you're begging? What happened?
no, I'm just like, okay, here it comes. Our boy band group: Nick
Okay.
Carter, AJ
Uh-huh.
McLean, Howie
Uh-huh.
Duro, Joey
Uh-huh.
Fatone.
Joey, that's it. I mean,
Joey.
is there anybody else that you wanted to see out of those boy
I
bands?
I would definitely be down for an AJ,
Mm-hmm. Put
but
AJ.
Joey is like my
I
number
actually
one.
I liked Howie when we were younger. I don't know why, because nobody did. I think maybe that's why I was like, I can edge my bets here. He kind of just like faded into the back.
Yeah. Well, and Lance was my favorite, and he's not in this lineup, so I'm like, okay. But Joey was always like a very close second.
Yeah,
So,
same.
okay. So we're going Joey Fatone. Okay. We have a one off Danica McKellar. I'm
No.
good. And then we have three people from Family Matters:
Mm.
Reginald Veljohnson, Jo
Hmm.
Marie Payton, and Kelly Williams.
Kelly Williams for me personally, but I'm just gonna say that's who I want to see, but we
Hmm.
don't have to per
Yeah.
se.
If I had like infinite funds, I think it would be fun to meet Reginald, but
Yeah.
I'm good. Next is the Saved by the Bell group: Mark Gossler, Mario Lopez, Elizabeth Berkley. I'm good.
I don't really feel like I need to. Like if Lark was there
Mhm.
or Tiffany Amber Thiessen, I would have passed out. But since they're not, Mark Paul, I kinda, but there's just so many on this list at this point, you know.
Yeah. Our next one is TLC. T-Boz and Chili of TLC.
Do they have them separated or together?
Together.
That's a high maybe on my a high maybe on mine.
Okay. And then we have the Full House group. I'm skipping the first girl because she can go fuck herself. Jodie Sweetin, Dave Coulier, Andrea Barber, Scott Weinger, and Jeff Franklin.
You know, honestly, Jackie, there's not anybody I want to see in this group.
Same.
If the Olsen twins, maybe. John Stamos, who's also trash, but I still would want to see him.
So next we have our G Beverly Hills 90210 group. Shannon Doherty, Tori
Yes.
Spelling, Jason Priestley, Jenny Garth, Ian Ziering, Brian Austin Green, Gabrielle Cartiz.
I only care about Shannon Doherty.
I could take or leave them. And then lastly, piggybacking on Shannon Doherty, we also have the Charmed Girls, Holly Marie Combs and Rose McGowan. Rose McGowan for me.
I would, if I could see all three Charmed Girls, even though it's so weird because this whole thing with Alyssa Milano, it sucks. But Holly Marie Combs, I'm gonna be like, Piper, you a badass bitch. I love you. So, yeah, any of those three, I'm down to clown.
Yeah, Rose, just, I love her. She is iconic and she was in Scream. So
I'm just going to show the tweet like, you liked our tweet? I mean, our Instagram post. Thank you.
And then Claire Kramer is one of the moderators. And we sure do wish Nikki Bilderback was going to be there with her because that would have been amazing.
I love her.
Yeah.
What is Claire Kramer the moderator of?
It just says we'll be moderating select panels during the weekend.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Yeah, and then Brianne Heldman, who is a People senior editor, is the other moderator, it looks like. Okay. Yep, but that's it. Okay, so we have Trina McGee, Joey Fatone, Melissa Joan Hart, and Rose McGowan. Does that feel right in our hearts? Am I missing anyone?
See, but that was a high maybe.
Yeah, their photos are 150 for the two of them.
Okay.
Where everyone else, I think, is 60. Let me double check. Trina is 60. Now I'm writing down prices.
And so, we have a pretty tight lineup here.
Oh, Danielle.
What?
They have, for Melissa Joan Hart, they have her solo is 70. Solo with an orange couch is 90.
Ooh, I don't really need an orange couch. You mean from Snick?
I think so.
Oh. I mean, I actually got to see her. Now I'm sounding braggy. I got to see her on the set of Clarissa Explains It All. So
but everyone else looks to be around 60 or 70 bucks, so not bad. Okay, so at some point I need to purchase these. Well, yeah. So thanks for joining us in this journey. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of content come out of this weekend. The weekend is September 15th through the 17th in Tampa. We got fits planned.
We have fits, and be sure to check out our Amazon store because we're going to make a special, I don't even know what you call it, a post, I guess, where we will be putting all of the cool stuff that we are purchasing and taking with us. Our fits, for one, Jackie has some creative things happening with our fits, as well as just like things that we take to not only different conventions, but things that we take to Disney, stuff like that. Because we like the gadgets. We're the older ladies that need a gadget. We like to carry a little purse that looks like a chair and it opens up into a chair because I need to sit. My knees are bad, you know,
Hand fans because we get hot.
that are
Water
also
bottles.
chargers
Yes.
and flashlights.
We love a multifunction tool.
We do. We have pop up cups because I'm not paying for that bottled water situation.
Yep.
So we
Uh,
have lots of fun goodies that we'll be sharing along the way as we pack and get ready. Super excited. If you have questions or things that you want us to ask some of the stars while we're there, please let us know. We'll be trying to take as much footage as we can at the panels to get you guys that hot gossip. And hopefully, if we'll meet up with some of our 90s, 2000s friends that we've met on social media and get to see them in person, which is very exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm very excited. We do have a crew going with us, i.e., my husband to carry all the things we don't want to carry and take our pictures.
And our lovely Boo Alyssa is going to be there too to
Yep.
make sure we get all the angles and make sure we're staying hydrated and eating. So,
Yes. So it should be a good 3 days, actually 2 days. Unfortunately, I can't go Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, we're hitting it hard and I can't wait. So stay tuned for our recap of that because I'm sure we're going to have lots of stories. We'll be fangirling quite a bit.
please
So
pray for me because I'm not quite sure where I'll be on the barometer of will I touch a star or not. We all
oh,
already know the stories that I have a problem. And the more famous people are, the less I care. But if they're that niche, your girl might start acting up. So let's pray for me. Okay. And if you guys would like to buy us a coffee or help us along and pledging us along the way for this wonderful event, make sure to go to our Ko-fi and send us some cheddar because we appreciate it. We're not too proud to beg, as TLC would say. What's
it's
the
ko-fi.com/ no more late fees. And yeah, stay tuned. I'm sure it's going to be a wild ride. We may even need bail money for Danielle if she touches a celeb.
My mom always has bail money. She has like a separate account just for that because she thinks one day I'm gonna slap a bitch.
Hopefully, it's not 90s con.
Never know.
Also, if you are going to 90s con, please let us know so that we can see if we can meet some fans because
Yep.
that would be amazing as well.
Thanks, everybody.
And as always, be kind and rewind.